Hi guys, this is going to be my update for weeks 35 and 36. I'm sitting here in the nursery. Quite honestly, I'm pooped out at the moment. I looked everywhere for these dumb library books that I had checked out like a month and a half ago, and it took me forever to find them. Crawling around the floor at 36 weeks trying to look under your bed to see if you could find your library books is exhausting. But I wanted to get this video done since I had my OB appointment this morning and everything, so I'm here. Hi, I'm just sitting down. You can kind of see the wondrous girth of the belly that is now mine. Let's see. Well, I had my OB appointment this morning, 36 weeks. Everything looks good. Baby still looks good. Blood pressure's still good. My weight has been stable for the last couple appointments. So at this point, I'm still 7.5 pounds under what I started when I got pregnant. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty easy appointment. I had to have the strep B test done today, which just sucks. It just sucks. I mean, and most people, they're lucky. It seems to just be a swab and they're done. For me, whatever reason, the doctors feel the need to actually poke things in places that you don't want a Q-tip poked. So, Group B strep done. Hopefully I'll know later today because I can go on the website and check. Hopefully I'll know my results later. It doesn't matter too much if I make it to the scheduled C-section. It doesn't matter whether I'm positive or not. However, if I go into labor before the C-section and my water breaks before then they will want to give me the antibiotics just to be on the safe side and to give the baby the little extra bit of a safety and security that she'll be okay and a little bit of extra protection. She did an ultrasound really quick. Baby still head down. Wanted to make sure all the fluid, because we had problems with low fluid levels with Wyatt at this point, but she still got plenty of fluid. She's still head down. This is the second time we've actually caught her practicing her breathing on ultrasound, and the doctor said that's really good. She says they don't do that all the time, so the fact that she's caught it on the ultrasound twice now shows that she's doing it and doing it often and really working on developing her lungs. So even if she were to come a couple days shy of 37 weeks, she'd probably be fine. Plus I have a history of having babies at or just before 37 weeks, and they were both perfectly fine, and both boys came home with me from the hospital. So she's okay with me going into labor at this point. Not real worried. Would like Ethan to get home. He's gone for work and won't be back till Friday. So once Ethan comes home on Friday, then she said, you know what, go for it. Get this baby out whenever. She looks really healthy. She's big. She's doing her breathing and everything. She should be fine. So that was good. Good news. She checked my cervix. She kind of left it up to me whether or not to do it, and I had a lot of menstrual type cramping last week and a couple of periods of where I would have contractions. Nothing regular, nothing consistent. They'd last 30 seconds, and then it could be 10 minutes before the next one. It could be 3 minutes for the next one. It was very all over the place. And right about that point where I'd start to get close to an hour, and I would start to wonder, should I call Ethan and have him come home from work? Should I call down to the clinic and see if they want me to come in and get monitored? That's when the contractions would stop. So I told her to go ahead and check just because I wanted to see if all of that miserableness I felt last week did anything, and it did nothing. Nothing whatsoever. My cervix is still up very high and closed very tight. I am not dilated. I am not effaced. I am nothing at this point, which kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping for somewhere 1 centimeter. Just one. So that maybe all that crappy, horrible way I felt last week, meant something, but nope. And I've actually felt pretty good this week. Really the only time I've had contractions at all this week is if I bend over. Like, I literally can't bend over to pick anything up. I can't bend over to put my socks on. I can't bend over to pull my pants up. Anytime I bend over, I have a contraction. So I've been trying to lay low and not do anything too wild. Try to keep any nesting that I've had to a minimum, or like I am now, sit in a chair while I do it and stay off my feet. Make sure I'm drinking enough water. Just try to keep things mellow as possible until Ethan gets home on Friday. And yeah, then we'll just kick it into high gear. I wanted to wait until Sunday just because that puts me at exactly 37 weeks. Plus we have a holiday party with friends on Saturday, and I'd like to make it to that party. I mean, if I'm in the hospital, obviously we aren't going to make it. But I might start working on getting things going on Friday. Not saying anything will work, but definitely for sure by Sunday I'm drinking. I bought some of that red raspberry leaf tea or whatever it's called, and I have a lot of it, so I have plenty to drink to see if that helps kind of kick things in gear. I'm debating maybe even attempting a little bit of pumping just to get that stimulation that's supposed to help start contractions. And it wouldn't hurt to have a little tiny stash of colostrum here so that when Adelia gets home I have something to feed her. Because I will breastfeed her when we're in the hospital, but I am not a fan of breastfeeding. I hate it every time I try it. And I've decided this time, instead of putting myself through the misery, I'm just going to go ahead and do pumping and bottle feeding like I did with Wyatt. That was my happy medium. My baby was still getting breast milk, which, you know, that's the best for baby. But I wasn't going through the misery of breastfeeding when I didn't want to breastfeed. So I don't mind the extra cleanup. I don't mind the extra time pumping. I don't mind the extra bottles to clean. I know a lot of people see that as a burden, and that's one of the reasons they don't pump. For me, it doesn't feel like a burden. It doesn't feel like an extra chore. It does not feel like an extra step to me. It feels natural to me the way that breastfeeding feels natural to other women, if that makes sense. So we'll go back to pumping, and like I said, I might try pumping a little bit just so we have a little something that I can put in the freezer, and then maybe the day that we come home, Ethan can pull it out and put it in the fridge to thaw, so that we have something here when she gets home and I'm not racing to the pump to try and pump something quick to get in the fridge to have for her. And I'll still have breastfeeding as backup if I need to, until I have a decent amount of milk for her. I have had a little trouble with carpal tunnel kicking in the last week. I wake up and this is all the farther I can close my hands when I get up, because my hands are so swollen and my wrists are so sore from the carpal tunnel, and everything's numb and tingly, and it's making it harder to sleep at night, because if I lay on my left side I wake up and my hand is numb and it hurts, and then I flip to the right and then it's the right side, and if I do something just the wrong way it's both hands. And so I even had to take off my rings. I've got a lovely little fake, it's completely fake, I bought it at Kmart, cost me $12, and it's just because I hate that feeling of not having a ring on. So I took my real wedding rings off and they're put away somewhere safe, and I'll just keep wearing the fake one until I can put the regular ones back on. And maybe it's because I was a single teenage mother at one point and got those really weird looks from people that were like, oh my god, she's so young and she's so pregnant and doesn't have a ring on. And yeah, I got so many disgusting looks when I was pregnant with Brian that I think it kind of carries over now, even though I'm well aware of the fact that I'm 32, I am married, I am well established in my life. You have no right to judge me. I still get that feeling like, oh my god, somebody's looking and somebody's judging me, and it's stupid, but if a $12 fake ring makes me feel better, who cares? I'll enjoy it. Yeah, other than that, heartburn's the same. If I remember the medication, which I do most days, I'm fine. It's gotten a little bit worse. Sometimes I have to take a second pill. Not every day, but sometimes. Yeah, just tired, worn out, feeling huge. Clothes aren't fitting so well. I've got one pair of even these belly stretchy panel maternity pants that, like, the jean part no longer fits over my belly. So I either have to wear them, like, the jean part is down here and then the stretchy part doesn't cover all of my stomach, and my maternity shirts are starting to get too short because I'm so big. and so I have problems with the belly panel hanging out the bottom and the shirt cutting off, and it, yeah, so you got this weird blue stretchy material that sticks out between jean and t-shirt, and it looks ridiculous. So yeah, this baby needs to hurry up and get here. I'm running out of clothing to wear. I'm having to wash the same 2 pairs of jeans over and over and over again because they're the only ones that fit and the belly panel doesn't hang out underneath my shirts. I'm very much looking forward to regular pants. I miss them. When I get to actually button and zip pants again, it'll be amazing. But yeah, that's about it. My hospital bag is packed. Everything is ready. I mean, other than a few random craft ideas I've kind of had, everything's ready. Everything's done. Everything's sitting here. I even packed a diaper bag. My new diaper bag, my J.J. Cole one, I packed that as kind of a dry run to see if I could fit everything I needed for Wyatt and Adalia in that bag. And I still have extra room to throw, like, my wallet and stuff in there, so I even have a diaper bag packed for a baby who is not yet here and we're not going anywhere with anytime soon. So yeah, we're just bored. I'm bored anyway. I'm ready. I'm more than happy for her to come at 37 weeks like her brothers did, and more than happy. I'm a little sad at the idea of pregnancy being over and that there's a good chance that this will be our last baby and I'll never be pregnant again. I've been pretty miserable, and I think my husband and I both are, we're not 100% sure. I'm not doing anything permanent. I'm not going to tie my tubes or anything. I know better than to tie my tubes. I know you take them suckers out. Do not trust them to tie them, to cut them, to burn them, and assume that they will not grow back together. I've learned that from other people that I know, that happens. So when I do finally decide to tie my tubes, they're taking them completely out. But I'm not ready to make that kind of step, and I'm looking into a copper IUD to give us a couple more years to ultimately make the decision. Are we done at 3, or do we want to risk another rough pregnancy for baby number 4? Not ready to decide that yet, so we'll see. We'll just keep going along and see what happens. But I think that's it. Just sitting and waiting for something to happen now, waiting for Ethan to get home, waiting for that party to be done, and waiting to hit 37 weeks, and then let's go. Let's get this baby out. I'm so ready. So thank you for watching. If you're new, subscribe, like, show the like button a little love. I feel like Philip DeFranco all of a sudden. But yeah, so I'll stand up. I don't know what all you can see from where you're at, but I don't know if you can see that or not. This is 36 weeks in all its glory. Ugh. Maybe you can see better there. I don't know. It's from the side, from the front, from the other side. I'll try and put a picture in that I had, like a point of view picture that was hilarious, because I have no lap left anymore. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.